All right, folks, welcome back to episode 5 of the CGT podcast. What is up, Rob?
Not much. What's going on, Tom?
Not much, man. It's getting cold. Like officially, I know we talk about it every episode, but it's so today's Veterans Day. It's raining out. It's cold.
Yeah.
It's legit cold out.
Yeah, it's snow in the forecast. It's here.
Yeah, did you see that for Friday? 50
Yeah.
50% chance.
I saw some for Sunday too.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, how did last night go with the seminar?
It was awesome. It went really well, actually. Dude, it's bananas. What those guys are doing over at True Motion Golf it's wild. So I kind of got a taste of like a little bit of that stuff through my brother's guy. But it's like they're very into biomechanics and anatomy, and they're really good at teaching. And like for the longest time, I always knew my takeaway was absolutely not correct by any means. You know, I get sucked inside and then I get stuck and I roll my hands. So I always knew it was affecting like, a lot of things. So
yeah. Did you go down there or did you stay? Did you do it from yours?
No, I went down there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Went down there, their shop in Bridgeport. Dude, it was my like left like obliques, like this whole area down into like my back is just it's sore because I was just pushing and like swaying, and now it's like I'm actually just like turning.
And you're taking some of that leave. Having your golf bag.
True. I gave you shit for that last week, and now look who's sore.
Yeah, right. You're using muscles you haven't used for years.
Yeah, it was super interesting to one like finally get some kind of guidance on what's technically correct and where you want to be in certain positions. And I'm a nerd for all that stuff, so it was right up my alley. But no, it went great, and I'm looking forward to diving back into that probably this weekend. Get after a couple more lessons.
Nice.
Yeah. What's Rob's off-season plan?
Rob's off-season plan. Well, hook up with those guys for sure. Figure out what's wrong with my ugly swing. Then get myself into a simulator myself and work on that for the next couple months. Get geared up for hopefully another Sweet and Close trip in April, and get the season going.
Sounds like a pretty good plan to me.
Oh yeah, I got a text today from a couple of my cousins, and the one is I got invited to Sand Valley trip in May. I'm quite jealous.
He got invited?
Yeah,
super jealous.
Yeah, they're doing a little 2-day trip. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Sand Valley, if I'm not mistaken, that's walking only, or you have to have a caddy.
Yeah,
walking only, right?
Yeah, unless you have. It was funny for the playoffs at Bolingbrook. One of the guys I play with from the West Side Tour, he actually played. A group of them went out there, and he had to have a medical. He had some type of medical issue that he got to show when he got a cart. So I think that's the only way you can get a cart there. But yeah, it's pretty much all walking.
See, I mean, I guess for a trip like that, I could be down with that. I know we talked about this.
Oh yeah, right.
Last episode, but would I want to do it all weekend? No, I would definitely do it for a day, maybe 2. But at some point, I think carts bring a little bit of festiveness to the round. Like it's just more fun with carts. Like because people are either like jamming music together or there's conversation amongst the carts for whatever reason. I think that's why I like being in a cart so much, and because I like having my stuff like stored out, in the compartment neatly. Yeah. but sounds like a wild trip.
Yeah, I'm pretty jealous.
Hey, we'll make up for it with the CGT trip
Oh
to
yeah, the AZ trip or wherever we decide to go for sure.
yeah, AZ is looking like the front runner.
There we go. That's what I like to hear.
Do you follow the Buttsy on IG?
I do not.
So follow him. He's a pretty good follow. Except for when he works out and like flexes in the mirror. Other than that, his golf stuff is funny. Cooks like a steak every night. Yeah, he's just an interesting cat. So Buttsy, the Buttsy at the Buttsy. Anyways, he lives in Arizona, so he's always posting. He's friends with like Pat Perez.
Okay.
He's always playing these sick tracks, and he actually had the Buttsy Open this year. There was like a ton of guys, so I reached out to him basically to see if he had a connect at one of the courses to get us, a deal or whatever. And he gave me a couple options, so we're looking into those and hopefully set something up.
There we go.
Yeah. So, and then I just talked to my brother who, he just moved down to Florida probably about a month ago. PJ did.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So we basically were talking last night about maybe doing I told him like I'll do a red eye down there in a heartbeat, just like last minute, basically be gone for like, I don't know, 30 hours, play like 36 and come home. Like I would easily do that in December or January.
Got to get your golf fix in.
Yeah, somehow. But yeah, no, tonight we have a great episode, kind of piggybacking off of last week's where we went over a little bit of handicapping. We're not looking to bore you guys. We just want to give you kind of the brief rundown, kind of more like the more, bullet point things. And then,
Yeah, I mean, it affect our tour, obviously. So
yeah, right. So, yeah, we're talking rules of golf tonight, Rob. What do you think about that?
another touchy subject.
Yeah, it definitely can be, especially with the rules of golf just being very unclear. I wish somebody would literally just go in and like dummy it down and have like a legit book of rules for dummies. I don't know if there is one. Is there? You think?
I got a book for dummies for everything, so I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you.
Yeah, probably, but just all of the verbiage is just like, I don't know. I don't even understand most of it. So, and it's all too long and
Right.
so anyways, we're not going to dive into that type of stuff. There's there's a couple big ones, I would say, and then everything else is really just getting in the rule book, trying to find the rules that like benefit you, and then also finding the bigger ticket rules, which we're going to go over tonight, but the ones you most commonly probably run into. So I'd say the biggest one is stroke and distance for sure. There's probably confusion with a lot of the other shit that they offer as well too, like the local rule of stroke and distance. We don't play that in tournament rule, or in tournament golf. So if you're, like I said, stroke and distance, we'll take the example of on the tee. So you go OB, you blow on right, immediately you should hit a provisional just in case. It's literally, the provisional is the safety net of golf, whether that's stroke and distance, lost ball. Always just hit a provisional to speed up the process. That way you don't have to go back, especially if you're walking.
Right. Yeah, right.
It's just always a good thing to do. Unless you could see your ball, identify your ball, know it's in for sure. But there's no hurt in doing it. That's why it's awesome. But yeah, so you blow one right off the tee, and you know, and your partners know that it's gone. It's OB. It's out of bounds. So that's stroke and distance. You can't just go up and drop where you went out of bounds. You have to re-tee. So, same with lost ball. Lost ball is under the same stroke and distance rule. Again, if you think it might be lost in a tree or in a bush, hit a provisional, and then go check it out. But same applies with lost ball. It's stroke and distance, so you have to hit from where your previous shot was made. It's a stroke. So those are probably the two biggest. And I get, the course layout can sometimes be an issue with unmarkings and, just a new course you've never played before. So you're kind of unsure what's OB, what's not. So yeah, stroke and distance is by far, probably the most important. And I would say the biggest penalty that probably comes into play when
Oh yeah, for sure.
With amateurs, for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
There's nothing worse than hitting the ball and going out of bounds or not being able to find it and then having to take that walk of shame all the way back to the tee.
It's terrible. It's terrible. So I know we talked a little bit about this last week during handicapping, but let's talk raking putts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, raking putts is no bueno.
No.
And we, like I said, we talked about it last episode. You're in a buddies league on a Wednesday, whatever, having a good time. Guys, shoes are off. We listen to music, raking putts. Great, love it. During tournament play though, you can't rake putts at all.
Yeah.
I mean, whether they're 4 inches or 2 feet.
Right.
Like, I've seen a million guys miss all of them.
I'm guilty of that myself.
Yeah, same. I mean, it, especially under pressure, like it's, and it might not mean something, or you might be pissed off, but like you can't rake putts at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so we'll leave that there. Last week we touched on it a little bit, so we're good.
I think people got the point.
Yeah, and we, regardless of whatever rule, we want to encourage you guys to basically help each other out, teach each other. If a guy doesn't know a rule and you're playing with them, just kind of understand the situation and, maybe say, hey, did you know, this is actually the rule, or, obviously in a friendly manner. And then, hopefully that guy, is receptive and says, oh, hey, thanks. I didn't know that. I appreciate it, blah, blah, blah. And then, there's some things that should be left on the course, Rob. If
Right.
you guys all agree on something, a situation that happens, that's part of the game too. Like that stays on the course between you guys, whatever. Now, if there's, some other shady shit going on, then yeah, obviously that could be brought up. But something like that, like in a friendly, encounter, especially when it maybe doesn't really mean much. Maybe that guy's already fucking shooting, whatever.
Right.
So,
I mean, at the end of the day, we're out there to have fun and have a good time, but also, to play the game the right way. So,
exactly. We want you to, have fun and enjoy the game and play it, how it's meant to be played with your buddies, and, at the same time, by playing by the rules.
yeah, I mean, it's awesome to be able to have some type of competition again, whether you played golf in high school, college, whatever. It's the friendly competition, and it just brings it all back.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, there is nothing like competition.
No,
It brings out a different, you know, animal, and some people it just brings out, the best in most. So um yeah, that part is undeniable. There's definitely, you know, especially even like in the car ride home, I'm still like juiced up, like ready to.
right.
The adrenaline's running. Maybe you stood over like a meaningful 3-footer or whatever. It's awesome. So yeah, as long as you're playing the ball down, which we stress a lot in our communications, emails to the players. Playing the ball down, ball and hole. You know, traditional golf, but knowing you know uh, what you can't do and what you can do. It to me it makes the game that much more fun because you're this much closer to fully understanding it.
Right.
Plus, you always want to know what can help you and what can hurt you. So whether that's knowing, you know, the different sets of rules, the different sets of hazards, the stakes, the colors, um, really anything, whether that's like, what's the correct way to pull the pin and place it on the green? Something as stupid as that.
Right.
You'd be surprised. Do you just hold the,
You don't make a backstop for yourself on the green? Is that what you're saying?
well, no, I was going to say, are you one of the guys that just holds the pin like down here, or do you cover the
And let it
front?
wave?
Yeah.
No. Hold it up top.
See?
Yeah.
I mean, that's very simple stuff, but like I said before, you're always going to learn from somebody you play with, whether it's the same guy for the last 15 years. There's still stuff that I'll see. It's like, oh, I didn't realize he did it like that, or why did he do it like that? Anyways, enough of rules. Let's get to the top three here.
Oh,
Are you?
I honestly dread this now just because of that one guy really shook me to the core with the clown emojis.
You're rattled.
I'm rattled, man.
You redeemed yourself though last week.
I know, but there's always that. It's always going to be that one.
I
All
think
right, give it to me.
I think you'll be all right. This is probably the easiest one to date.
Okay.
What are the top three clubs in your bag?
Oh,
What are your favorite three clubs
in my bag right now?
in your bag?
Oh, wow. I mean, that was like last week. That was like almost the same as the second question I wanted to ask you. Top three clubs in my bag right now.
Not like brand, like your favorite three clubs.
To hit. Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
I feel like the old man, it's tough. I mean, I switched over to sub 70. I like them all, man. Top three clubs I like to hit. I do really like to hit a 3-wood. I have more control with that than I have with the old driver. So 3-wood, I love the old 50-degree knockdown. And then I love the spider, my putter. That has been such a game changer.
Those things.
So I would go the old 50 in the 3-hole. I have to go 3-wood for the second slot. And the putter, the spider, DJ spider to go has been such a game changer and made my putting so much better. So those are my three.
Is that a TaylorMade plug?
Yeah, TaylorMade and sub 70. There we go.
So one of those spiders should be out. They should be banned. They should be illegal.
Why is that?
Dude, they're so I'll sit here and tell you that thing is literally insane. But for me, it's another one of those things in between the ears. I can't get behind a mallet for some reason.
Really? No, I hear you because I used to I had my first big purchase was a Scotty Cameron Pro Platinum Newport, and bought it when I was 18 and played with it up until probably like 2 years ago. And I could never get behind a mallet, and then tried it, and it was a game changer, man.
So I've never felt a more evenly weighted putter in my life. Like that spider, it doesn't even feel like you're pushing back, although you probably shouldn't be. But it literally, like, it's so easy to take back, and I feel like it doesn't move from where you took it back from.
Oh no, it takes all like whippy wrists out of it. It's just straight. Like I said, it's helped my putting game significantly.
I like that top three.
How about you? What do you got?
I'm a 3-wood guy too, so I'd probably go 3-wood in the 3-hole. Yeah, love the 3-wood. I mean, I still hit driver, but 3-wood is, I just think it's more fun to hit.
Hell, man, the 3-woods now, they go far enough that you don't need a driver.
Well, that's a lie, but I mean, 3-wood.
I mean, most of the courses that we play, you can get away with a 3-wood off most tees.
I mean, actually, this is a great debate for an episode down the line.
All right, then we'll hold it off. You continue.
Yeah.
You continue that.
I feel like, yeah, that would be it, because I feel like where we're going with this,
Okay.
it would be a good one.
Yeah.
So love the 3-wood too. I'll put that in the 3-hole. In the 2-hole, I'm gonna go with the pitching wedge. So my pitching wedge is 49. No, that's a lot. It's 47. And then in the 1-hole, 7-iron all day.
7-iron all day.
All day. It's just, to me, it's so universal.
Sure. You can chip with it. You can do all types of things with it.
Yeah, it's just kind of my go-to club. If I had to guess, like, actually, I'll ask you this. What do you think is the one club you've hit the most in your entire life?
An 8-iron.
So,
which is close to your 7-iron.
So what I'm getting at is, like,
Yeah.
you knew exactly like that. Yeah, same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so 7-iron is my stick. But yeah, so
Now you got me all fired up for the episode that we're gonna do that.
the little debate.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah. Yeah, I see where that one's going.
It's gonna be good.
Maybe. And until then, we'll see you guys in the fairway.
See you in the fairway, Tom.
See ya.